The modern battle for Omaha Beach has gone quiet. The Americans have successfully defeated the German Army defenses. However, further inland, a new challenge arises. The Germans have established a large-scale super fortress, complete with high-level tanks and hundreds of infantry troopers. The Americans are at the end of their reserves. It's all or nothing now. A full-blown attack. Winner takes all. Hey, what's going on, gamers? It's your boy, Daily Tactics here, and today we are back with the end of this modern D-Day series that we did. We did 2 beach assaults on the beach itself, way over here, and now we're going to be doing an invasion of the super fortress further inland. The Germans have a lot going for them here. They have 6 Leopard tanks on the outside, very, very powerful tanks. They've got 2 dwarf tow missile vehicles. They've also got one of these large elephant tanks. And then they've got a couple of bunkers filled with infantry. The walls are lined with infantry and tow missiles. Inside, there's more tow missiles, more infantry, snipers, rocket troopers. They've got a mortar back here underneath this netting, if you can see that right there. Beautiful. So they have just tons and tons of units available to them in this super fortress. And on the outside, the American units do have a lot themselves. They've got M1 Abrams, Tusk Abrams, Strikers. They've got a lot of infantry as well. They've got a lot going for them too. So it is going to be a brutal battle with a lot of casualties for both sides and only one victor. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button. Let's try and get 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to try and hit 500K by the end of the year. And comment down below if you'd like to see some more modern battles in the future. Either way, guys, let's get into this thing. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go in slow-mo and press start right here. It might be a little bit laggy just because of the sheer volume of soldiers we've got on the battlefield, and the action starts just about immediately right there. Troopers are getting out of the troop transports right now. A very wise idea, because if one HE shell strikes one of those troop transports while they're in it, they're all going away, baby. The German forces are beginning to pepper the oncoming Americans with as much fire as possible. That is going to be the key here. If they can fire tons and tons of rounds into these Americans before the Americans can really clap back, they're going to be okay, I think. However, it seems like the small arms fire is not coming just yet, and that's because their weapons are too far away. They don't have that kind of range to really strike at the Americans from that kind of distance. Except now the 50 cals are in firing distance of the Americans, which is good for the Germans right there. Bad for the Americans, obviously, because they don't really have many 50 cals of their own. Well, I guess they've got them on top of the tanks here, so that's good for us. Yeah, baby. Look at these Abrams coming on forward. It should only be a matter of time before the infantry begins to engage in this conflict with each other, I think, as they come forward here. Even the troop transports are continuing to move forward. I mean, I guess they'd be good cannon fodder, but I don't think they're going to be getting many kills, considering they don't have guns. A couple of Strikers move very far forward. They start to hit against the German lines here, actually taking out one of the tow missiles. That's a good kill right there for the Americans. Oorah, baby. Looks like this fella's actually getting off of his MG right there. Not sure why he's chosen to do that. Maybe he got damaged in the engagement. Who knows? The elephant tank is, looks like, trying to figure out where it wants to fire from exactly, but now we've got German forces firing their weapons. Ooh, the tow missile must have gone down as soldiers begin to hop on out of that thing, which is not very surprising. It is a tiny, tiny tank. Look at this Striker. It's trying to bust down the walls right there. What are you doing? Well, I guess it did get a gnarly little flank on this Leopard tank right here, but I'm not sure if it's still alive or not. If it fires into the flank of that thing, oh, here we go. Maybe. That could kill. And I think it does. Wait, maybe? It's very hard to tell. Oh, it did bust the engine. This thing could be operable for a little bit, but it'll eventually lose power here, so that's pretty big. But the Striker does go down itself right there at the end of the day. I think the elephant tank also went down. It looks pretty crippled. I don't think that thing is still alive. Plenty of infantry, though, for the Germans still alive, and you got to remember, a lot of infantry soldiers do have bazookas on their shoulders, so even with all of their tanks sort of going down right now. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them going down. There's still a lot of anti-armor capability from the German defending forces here. Not to mention, there's also a lot of tow missiles still inside the compound itself back here too, which should be pretty helpful. Let's check out this MG. It looks to be reloading at the moment. It must have been firing out pretty aggressively to be reloading already at this point in the battle. Actually, where are some of the United States infantry? Okay, so they're kind of hanging out back here near the tanks, utilizing them as cover. That's a pretty smart idea, although the problem is that once one of those tanks blows up, all of the infantry is going to be going with them. So if I were them, I'd probably get into those houses to utilize those as cover. Definitely cover is going to be king in this battle. But yeah, it just depends what kind of cover you're actually utilizing here. All right, still plenty of these German tanks left alive. The armor on these suckers are just so powerful. Can withstand so many shots that it just becomes really, really brutal to actually take them out. I'm also pretty sure they've got decently good cannons. I think they're pretty mean cannons. I don't know a ton about modern tanks, but I'm fairly certain the Leopards do, just considering what I've seen in Call to Arms itself. So, you know, if that's not realistic to real life, then I have no idea, but if it is, then there you go. Looks like this Leopard tank over here did have its butt destroyed. Its butt hole is gone. How will it poop? I don't know. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Just being a weirdo. Oh my god, look at these 50 cals rattling off on top of this American tank here. Beautiful, and it looks like some of those US soldiers are gonna start using the little house here as cover. Go start gaming, dude. Look at this little gaming setup. Go be a gamer. Dual monitor setup right there. Yeah, take a little break, take a load off. You know, go start playing some Call to Arms. I heard that's a good game. We do have an Abrams down right here. I think a number of the U.S. tanks have gone down throughout this battle thus far, but I think right now they are kind of outpacing the Germans, which is definitely a good thing. That's what the Americans want right now. If the Germans were just crushing the Americans at this point in time, the Americans would be done for, because on the exterior of this battlefield, losing would be a really bad thing because you still have to take on the interior of the battlefield. Got one of the troop carriers coming up here. It does have a 50 cal on top of it, so it could do some damage to the Germans. Not sure how much it will do, but, you know, could definitely do a little something, something. All right, why don't we bump it up a speed here on this battlefield. Ooh, yep, that troop carrier gets blown sky high, baby. That thing is out of here. Bye-bye. Goodbye now. All right, yeah, the Abrams are taking much more of a passive role in this battle now. They're not being super aggressive. They're just sort of firing on from a distance. Quite a number of vehicles left for the United States, and it looks like some of the infantry is coming up into the actual line of fire here for once. They're moving up this road. There is a nice little trench in this road, almost like a divot that they can hide behind. That's going to be helpful for them to get some output fire going. Beautiful, beautiful. I did give the U.S. some more elite soldiers in this battle. You know, not the regular recruits or anything like that that we normally put in these large-scale battles, but rather some elite soldiers, simply because I think this is going to be just a really, really hard battle for the United States, and they need every advantage they can get. And that's already been kind of case in point by how tough the German defense has been so far. I mean, it's been over 6 minutes, and still tons of German fire output going on right now. They're still getting tank kills against the Americans. This is a tough battle. Looks like all of the Leopards on this left side over here are down for the count now. How about the right side? Okay, yes, the right side as well. In fact, I think this last one just died right there. So rip potato chip to that Leopard. Oh, look at this bunker nest we got going on here for the Germans. Now this is gaming, baby. Ooh, the U.S. is really trying to dig into these guys and get some kills on them. But luckily, those sandbags seem to be built out of titanium or something, because they are not going away. These German soldiers do have some good old-fashioned engineering, don't they? Don't they, boys? All right, we've even got some shots impacting the interior of the fortress here, just from collateral damage, I think, which is good for the Americans, I suppose. Here come the U.S. soldiers. They are full-on assaulting here. I think most of the exterior defenses are down for the Germans now. There's still some troopers up on the walls, still some hiding behind these sandbags. Well, those that are actually left for the Germans. And remember, the Germans have some pretty elite soldiers on the battlefield too. I gave them some tough commando soldiers in there as well as some just sort of standard soldiers too. It's sort of a mixed bag with the Germans, whereas with the US, it's definitely more so elite soldiers. So there's still a little bit of resistance going on the exterior here, but for the most part, I think coming up here, we're going to be seeing the U.S. going into the fortress and having to get down and dirty inside of it. These three fellas still alive up here in their titanium sandbag. Oh, God. And they're dead. I might have spoken a little too soon for those guys because, bye-bye. They did get their cheeks clapped pretty hard right there. Okay, so we've got U.S. tanks and vehicles moving forward here down middle. They're going to have to clear a lot of this debris to actually get forward. It seems like actually some of the Abrams are just firing inside without doing too much driving forward right now, just sort of softening up some of these German defenses. I think they've already taken out one of these tow missiles right here, which is definitely going to be good. A tow missile fires from the side, completely whiffs it, ends up hitting the wall. Where'd that shot come from? Might have been from this guy over here. I'm not sure. Might have been from that tow missile. There is a number of them on the battlefield here. And yeah, this choke point is beginning to get just fired upon by the Germans pretty harshly. Here comes the U.S. soldiers, and now small arms fire is probably going to be a part of this interior battle here too. Look at this. It's just a traffic jam too. The destroyed vehicles and the alive vehicles just blocking each other's paths and making it really, really difficult for tank support to move into this choke point to clear it out. And that's probably why there's only one entrance to this military base here. The Germans knowing that, hey, if we have a second entrance, it's going to be all that much harder to defend this bad boy. So we're keeping it tight. We're keeping it real on the outside here. All right, so U.S. soldiers entering into the firing zone right here. Not taking too much heat right now, and in fact, it seems like the U.S. is just peppering them from afar out there with just round after round of HE fire. It's not killing a ton of Germans, but I'm sure it is shell-shocking the crud out of them. I mean, that is a terrifying thing to be on the receiving end of, just constant bombardment from the tanks and strikers on the outside of this battle right now. So yeah, there's a lot of destruction going on. Looks like that tow missile ended up going down as well. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe they're just trying to take out a lot of the vehicles. During World War I, you know, artillery, it was very effective against infantry, but a lot of the times artillery bombardments would precede infantry charges, not because they were targeting infantry, but rather because they were targeting the main guns. Because infantry could fairly easily run into different dugout sections of the World War I trenches that were basically artillery shelters. They were deep underground, or just little cubbies on the sides of the walls of the trenches, things like that. Basically areas where you could get to in case large bombardments were heading your way. And the infantry could potentially survive some pretty harsh bombardments in World War I, but the guns often were too heavy to bring with them. So it was to soften up the guns, destroy a lot of the machine guns, destroy a lot of the artillery pieces of the enemy, and that way when your infantry does charge later on in the battle, you end up having a softer enemy trench to attack. Either way, first vehicle of this battle entering in to the compound there. A striker gets hit by the remaining tow missiles that the Germans have to offer. Look at this. It is just an absolute cluster right here. Whoa, whole lot of barrels blowing up over this way. What was that? German soldiers hiding behind those things just got roasted. Literally. Oh, that is no good to see. Wow, some of the medical tanks back here also just in ribbons right now from the shredding that is currently going on outside of this fortress towards the inside. This is brutality. Most of these sandbag positions have had immense losses, and here comes the U.S. soldiers. They feel as though they've softened up the interior enough to start actually sending in forces of their own. So we have a number of U.S. soldiers moving on into the position here and trying to move in. Let's try and get a little closer look. Here we go. That's much better angle right there. German soldiers are firing a lot into these guys, but they've also got all those vehicles they got to worry about as well, so it makes it very, very difficult to focus on both the infantry and the vehicles all at once. So the U.S. soldiers are getting in there nice and deep here, and also a lot of the German soldiers are suppressed right now, which is probably not especially helpful in a battlefield like this. All right, grenade going out right there. You love to see it. Oh, counter grenade coming in as well. More grenades going out, more counter grenades going in. Wait, are those flash grenades? That first one might have been a flash grenade. The American grenade far superior to that German grenade that we saw right there, and managed to time that just perfectly to take them out. The U.S. soldier also sadly goes down right there as well. More grenades launching into this battlefield. Is there any attacks to the right? No, not really. It seems like mainly the U.S. soldiers are pushing in on the left first, but they are taking losses in doing so by a wide margin here. All right, more Germans back here, just sort of suppressed, reloading perhaps. The mortar back here, I'm not sure how this thing is doing actually on this battlefield. It's gotten 1 kill. Okay, apparently this thing is just kind of garbage. I don't know. It's gotten a kill. That's crazy bad, honestly. German marksman right there firing out. We still got a tow missile right here. Oh no, the German high command building is down. Oh, we got another gaming setup. Beautiful, beautiful. Could play some Call of Duty right there. This tow missile looks like it got decrewed. I imagine that's because the tow missile took some damage and needs repairs, and the trooper decided to get out and just fire with his primary weapon instead. Oh, we got more grenades hitting the field right there from the U.S. I think they might even be throwing those over the walls, which is kind of crazy. A little kooky right there. A little bit. Dude. All right. Still no U.S. vehicles making big, massive pushes into the field here. Definitely because of all of that clutter, I think, right now. It's just making it too hard for them to actually navigate inside. All right, let's bump it up to normal speed here. I think we are ready to go full-blown, baby. Still a lot of Abrams here, but yeah, they're not moving in. Oh, we got big explosions hitting some of these German soldiers back here. Took out one of them. The other two are still alive and kicking right there. This tow missile did end up going down at some point there. Really going for the far-off approach here from the Americans. Not doing too much heavy lifting right now with their infantry. All right, there are still German soldiers, by the way, up here too, which is kind of crazy. Most of that first run-in of U.S. soldiers into the base here are dead, by the way. There's a couple here still hanging out at the entrance, but for the most part, a lot of them have passed away. Let's go ahead and check out the losses here. So, yellow are American soldiers, and red are going to be German soldiers. Germans have certainly taken quite a number of losses here on the battlefield, but the U.S. have as well. I think the U.S. has definitely lost a lot more vehicles than the Germans, and the Germans have lost more infantry than the Americans. All right, here we go. Another large surge forward in U.S. soldiers here. They're hugging that wall, using it as a backboard here to support their outgoing fire. Not seeing a lot of German shots actually hit these guys. I think the Germans might be a little bit inaccurate. However, eventually, those machine guns do find their marks and take out a large quantity of them. More American soldiers pushing off to this side of the battlefield as well. Ooh, more grenades going out. That could destroy this position for good. And, oh, no, that soldier survives that. Holy cow. He is still kicking, still alive. A couple more U.S. soldiers over here going down, but they are progressing a little bit in this battlefield at this point. Just there's a lot of German soldiers still in these back lines here. You know, there's only so many shots that the American tanks can take from that choke point before they have to move in to hit the other spots on this battlefield. What is this? What on earth is, what am I looking at? I guess, I don't know what to say. What the heck was that? Holy cow, wait a second. U.S. tanks have all gone this way. Okay, well that's bizarre. All right, let's redirect these guys into the base. There you guys go. All right, U.S. tanks, what are you doing? They're just going around the sides of the base here. That's very, very peculiar. Try going down the middle here. Try going down the middle. Okay, more U.S. infantry entering on in. Maybe they'll get some tank support soon if the U.S. tanks choose to actually help out in this battle a little bit. Yeah, U.S. soldiers spreading out here across the entrance, but the second they step too far out, they do end up getting pretty badly slaughtered. Okay, we got another striker troop carrier moving in here. Oh my god, so many German shots going after it, but it has yet to go down. I think this thing is not long for this world. Let's see, it has halted in its tracks. Oh my god! And it explodes in an Abram. Abrams just like rear-ended it right there, which is kind of bizarre. Okay, here we go. The U.S. tanks finally actually getting involved in the battle. That was definitely a little bit of a glitch we were experiencing there where they just did not want to. So now they are moving in and supporting their infantry here. Tow missile could potentially take a few of them out. We've also got bazookas firing still from the German army here. Still a lot of potential for the Germans to win this battle. But here comes the cavalry for the United States heading on in here. Blitzkrieging, if you will, utilizing the Germans' own strategy from years before in their own assault here. Absolutely gorgeous, baby. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Oh my god, these Germans just cannot catch a break with the shelling. The constant shelling from the US is just absolutely brutal here. This tow missile does end up going down right there. Bazooka shots failing to penetrate those tanks right there. This side of the battlefield for the Germans is certainly going down here. I think we're not going to be seeing much more battle on this side of the field, but this side over here still has quite a number of German soldiers left alive. By the way, I'm going to take a quick sip of water. Remember, boys, always be a hydro homie. Always be a hydro homie. All right, more German soldiers engaging with some more U.S. soldiers across the way here. They are definitely getting pretty heavily suppressed from the United States at this point. I think the cavalry was exactly what the U.S. needed to break through. I don't know why all of the U.S. tanks are... Oh, they're still going over here. Oh my god. I don't know why they're all so obsessed with going over that way, but they really are. We do have a German shot take out that Abrams right there, but the Abrams are like clustered into a ball of death right here. Oh no, it just hurt the top turret of this thing. The rest of this tank is still alive and kicking. Just the top turret ended up taking some damage right there. All right, let's get a German soldier on this gun here. Let's try and help out the Germans a little bit. Get on this tow missile, bud. Get on this tow missile. Let's see what we can do here. Boom! All right, we do get a hit. No dice on the kill, though. Let's try another. Wow, this thing takes a while to reload. Oh, and he's gone. That thing takes forever to reload. All right, we got another tow missile out here. Nope, that one is completely toasted. And most of these tow missiles are toasted, roasted, put on a fire. You know, the usual. All right, let's run this German soldier over this way. Oh, he might be stuck in that hole. How about you? All right, you are not stuck in the hole. Go, go, go! Get there! Go, Steven! Steven Beck! Go, buddy! Go, Becky boy! And he died right as he made it there. Sag. What is up with this guy? Are you really completely stuck? He is totally stuck right there. All right, I don't know what I can do for you. Don't know what I can do for you right there, buddy. All right, more German soldiers holding out over this way. Not really managing to do much. 1 second, guys. All right, sorry about that, boys. We hit the 20-minute mark on the recording file, so I had to stop and start again. It's just an annoying thing I gotta do. I don't know why. All right. I think this battle is coming to a close here. The last little bits of German resistance back here are not managing to find their marks against the enemies. It's those tanks that are just absolutely brutal, shredding them, causing a lot of mayhem. I think this battle would have been over a lot sooner had those tanks not been so silly at the very beginning of this thing. So it's certainly going to be a loss for the Germans here. Why don't we go ahead and take over for one of these Americans? I'd like to give it a shot. All right, we got an MP5. Let's see what we can do, baby. All right, moving on forward. Skirt, skirt. Oh, how do I get up? There we go. Oh my god. Maybe getting up was the wrong option. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, we're gonna just juke them to the side here and then peek. Doing a little peeking. Nice, nice. Oh, okay, that's a lot of German soldiers. Okay, you know, maybe a nice juicy grenade. Wow, that did not go very far at all. Okay, spam fire. Does that grenade get to do anything? Not really, not really. Okay, going around the left here. And sprinkle them while they're under cover. There you go, buddy boy. There you go. All right, you know what? Give me the pistol. Boom, boom, boom. They don't really have animations for the pistol, do they? Really bad animations for the pistol. But the sound effect is cool. Little chiclets, little chiclets. All right, here we go. Pistol sniping. All right, that is a little too far away for some pistol sniping. That is a little smidge too far away. All right, you guys dead? Yep, double tap them. Okay, we're good. And then we push in here. Nice kill. All right, this is the last of the German resistance here. Take them down, baby. And then America will have freed the French yet again. There you go, buddy boy. Love to see it. There is still a German soldier apparently somewhere here. Ah, up here. Oh, look at that. Looky here, boys. What are these guys doing on the ground? Are they dead? I don't know. All right, here, you three, march on up here. Come on, march on up here, and go take out those German soldiers up here. All right, there you go, and take them down. And oh, they all died. Okay, how about you guys? How about you guys? Here, go around this way. Good. Come on. There you go. And there we have it. The modern German super fortress has been defeated here. Yellow are dead German soldiers, red are dead American soldiers. Remember that tanks do delete bodies when they run over them, so there's a lot more dead on the battlefield than we're seeing right now. Either way, quite a fun battle, quite a lot of destruction for both sides, pretty crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. Either way, guys, I will see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.